dive in and take a look at a few things happening right here in Northwest Arkansas. Of course, the medium of podcasting experiencing a boom in our region and beyond. Do you listen to any podcasts?
Of course. So it's funny because I'm now a Dateline podcast listener. I
Okay.
listen to more than I watch the actual show. I love that stuff. Keith Morrison, that's my guy.
That's your jam.
And so I love listening to that. You know, my husband started in kind of the podcast radio world.
Yeah.
So some of the Arkansas podcasts. But there's one that I love with Guy Raz called How I Built This. And he interviews like the guy who started Starbucks and the woman who started Spanx and like how they
Interesting.
started
built
those
from
businesses.
the organization.
It's really cool. I enjoy that.
That
What about you?
That's exciting. Yeah, I like podcasts. I'm really more of an audiobook listener.
See, I've never done one of those. I'm kind of nervous.
You should jump in. Yeah, but Smartless
Okay.
podcast is amazing. You got to check that one out with Jason
Smartless?
Bateman, Will
Okay.
Arnett.
Okay.
Yeah, they're fantastic. And if you're a podcaster in the region looking to learn more and network with like-minded individuals, even YouTubers, digital creators, anyone working or experimenting in any related medium, you're invited out to the Podcaster Meetup at the Fayetteville Public Library. You can join them for a fun and informative gathering where you can network, learn, and grow your podcasting skills. The event Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Tickets are free, but organizers do ask that you register in advance. All month long, we've been talking about this. Walton Art Center's premier art and nature festival, Artisphere, has returned. Artisphere spotlights artists from around the world who take inspiration from nature. In addition to ticketed programming, there's also several free and low-cost events. This week, be sure to check out the Artisphere Festival Orchestra at Crystal Bridges when they present Mozart in the Jungle tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. General admission is $54. Jazz on Mount Sequoia happens on Thursday evening beginning at 6 p.m. That concert is free with registration. So it's fantastic to have these free and ticketed events celebrating art and nature right here in Northwest Arkansas. Wouldn't you agree, Alyssa?
Yeah, you know, I grabbed one of their events and was sad when I realized that I totally missed most of it. But there are still some more things happening, so I'm going to have to get out there. We went to the folk school over the weekend. They had a celebration out there. Really, we parked in front of it going to the Strawberry Fest.
Right.
And then stayed there. And I loved it. It was probably the best part of my day, just sitting out on the lawn listening to all those guys play music.
Listening to some great music. I agree, yeah. Well, I love music. I also love food, and you can put your culinary skills to the test. For some of your hungry neighbors, the annual Taste of Rogers event is this Thursday evening at Frisco Plaza in Rogers. This year's theme is local heroes. Now, we did have Maggie on the show last week telling us all about this great event. You can find that interview over on our social media. The event will be throughout the downtown area from 5 to 7 p.m. on Thursday, and you can still reach out to the Rogers Lowell Chamber about how to show off your culinary skills at this event. And if you're only interested in showing up to taste the food, that would be me, well, you can do that as well. Yes, absolutely.